Hello. How are things going? Are they going? Going. The thing is, you are not becoming enlightened. You are becoming exhausted. Every technique you've learned is thought, trying to escape thought. It was never going to work. So, I have a quick question for you. Who is trying to understand your life right now? Go look. Actually, look. You won't find it. And that right there is where every ounce of suffering was quietly living. So, everything you've ever learned about life was an attempt to escape it. Every book, every technique, every hour of meditation, all of it, built by the one thing that's never once been real, thoughts. Tonight, I'm going to show you in the next few minutes the one place none of that has ever reached, where suffering doesn't get managed, it disappears. Just because no one is there to hold it. Just stay with me a few more minutes. So, hello, Zaza Banaum. This is a song I really and deeply like it. Ce morți, mă, te... Seems like we have a technical problem. Hello, Chad. Hello, Dan. Hello, good evening, Cami. Denise, Alina, hello. Hello, Timur. Nice to have you here, my friend.
Așezată lângă cur, ce servește drept căciulă pentru prea cinstita pulă. Unii spun de nu mă însel, că bizele sunt la fel.
Nice to have you here too, my friend.
Asta însă e o prostie, neadmisă în futarie, fiindcă pe acest pământ fel de piste sunt și nu cape amagire care e deosebire.
Well, hello, beautiful people. Nice to have you here. A quiet and beautiful Sunday summer night. Hello, Narienda. Yes, a very interesting subject tonight. Apparently, no one is talking about it. Yes. So, I'll make an introduction to set a base for our discussion tonight. And then, after the introduction, I'll take some comments, maybe questions, or maybe answers will appear from here, right? Just pay a little attention here. let everything aside, relax that body on exhaling, and stay with me for a few more minutes. For a direct experience, not to understand, not to memorize, just for a direct experience. Yeah. So here we are, live. And this is all there is. And probably some of you are here because you are looking for something, an answer, a technique, a better understanding of your life, of your suffering, of what all this is. So, I'm going to tell you something plain right from the start so you can decide in the next 30 seconds whether you want to stay or not. There is no understanding that ends the seeking for understanding. There is no amount of learning about life that will let you land in life. In fact, this is the whole talk. Really, everything after this is just circling the same point. The effort to understand is one of the main things creating the tension in your body right now. Yeah, the gripping in the chest, the low hum of I should know more, I should be farther along, I should have figured this out by now. And that's not a side effect of not knowing. That's the direct result of trying to know. Stay with me for a few more minutes, 10 or 15, not to learn something new. There is nothing new here. Just to see something that's already the case. And let's start from here. What does it actually mean to understand life? Usually, it means to have a story that holds it together, a framework. Psychological, spiritual, philosophical, doesn't matter which flavor. A structure of thoughts that lets the character called me, feel like it has some grip on what's happening. But notice, life is already happening before the understanding arrived. Hear that again. Life is already happening before the understanding arises. The heart is already beating. The breath is already moving. The sun is already shining. None of that required a concept, a thought. So what is understanding actually for? It's so damn simple. It's for the sense of a separate self, for that me that feels exposed without one. The me that thinks it's standing apart from life, looking at it, trying to figure it out so it can feel safer, more in control, more secured in its separateness. But here is the trap. And it appears to be a beautiful, cruel trap. Every act of understanding confirms the one who needs to understand. Every insight becomes another possession. Now I understand wholeness. Now I understand the ego. Now I understand non duality. And there it is again. The same character, just better dressed, smarter, more spiritual, still utterly separate, still seeking. I mean, everyone can see this. You can spend 40 years accumulating understanding and die with a self that is more sophisticated, more articulate about its suffering, as just as tensed, just as gripped, just as far from what actually is looking for. This isn't cynicism. It's just what's actually seen from here. And you can see it too if you're really honest. I mean, here is what almost nobody, nobody wants to hear because it removes the floor from under entire self-improvement industry or spirituality development. The very activity of trying to understand, trying to become smarter, trying to learn your way to peace, into silence, it's a subtle, constant contraction in the body, energetically speaking. Feel it. Don't think about it. Actually, feel it right now in your shoulders, in your jaw, in your gut. That tightness that's almost always there, so constant. You've stopped noticing it as tightness and started calling it normal. That is the physical signature, if you want, of a mind endlessly reaching for the next piece of understanding, for the next technique, for the next explanation of why you feel the way you feel. It's not that learning is bad, absolutely not. You can learn to fix a car, learn a foreign language, learn a skill. That's just thought doing what thought does functionally in the world of doing. But when the same mechanism, accumulation, analyzing, comparison, conclusions, gets pointed at understanding life or understanding myself, it can never land. Because life isn't a fact to be known. It isn't an object you can get on the other side of you are it. You cannot stand back from what you are to go understand it. The very attempt creates the illusion of distance. And that illusion of distance is where all the tension lives in the body. So the frustration, so many seekers feel it, the exhaustion, the low-grade despair after years of practicing isn't a sign they haven't learned enough yet. Is a direct philosophical cost of a mind trying to do something that was never structurally possible. Now, here is where I want to be very precise, because this is the actual point underneath everything else. Thought is not reality. I mean, say that slowly to yourself. Thought, every concept, every belief, every conclusion, every story about who you are, what happened to you, what enlightenment is, what non-duality is not the thing itself. It's a representation, a flicker, a symbol standing in for something that thought can never actually touch. The so-called mind is a dream realm. I mean, not metaphorically, structurally. Being a dream, it means it's already not real, not existing. And of course, when it's taken as being real, it generates a world of images, words, timeliness, identities, and it presents that dream with such conviction that you mistake it for solid ground. You've done this every single night, literally in sleep. Build an entire universe out of nothing, populated with people, drama, fear, love, and believed it completely until the waking up happens. And in the waking state, after, let's call it, apparently you woke up, the so-called apparent mind, thoughts, is doing the same fucking thing, just faster and with your eyes open, dreaming. And inside that dream, the most convincing character of all is the one called me, the thought I am, the thought I. This is the root thought. Every other thought hands off this one. Just like I understand, I don't understand. I'm making progress. I'm stuck. I'm awake. I'm not there yet. All of it presupposed a solid, continuous me. That these things are happening too. But that me, go look for it. Not think about it. Go look for it right now. The way you would look for your keys. What is it? I had someone today in my office. As I said many times before, I work with people with anxiety, depression and panic attacks. I said to him, go look for me. Who are you? I mean, not intellectually. Can you feel a separate self, a separate entity in that body called me? That me who says, I am feeling, I am seeing, I am hearing. Where is it? Can you find the location of it, a shape, an edge? Nobody can find it because it's just a thought arising and instantly referring back to itself. Yes, that's me. I'm real. I'm here. And you believed it because it happens so fast, so continuously, that it feels like solid ground. Instead of actually, instead of what it actually is, a flicker in the dream, believing itself into existence moment by moment. This is where I have to be blunt. Even with, or especially with, people who've been on the past a long time, on the path, on a path, meditation, breathwork, mantras, self-inquiry done as a method, a repeated question you ask yourself, expecting the result, years of retreats, stacks of books, all of it, without exception, is built and operated by the same mechanism, thought. Specifically, thought organized around the idea, I'm not there yet. And through effort, I or me, this character, this thought will get there. The seeker seeking enlightenment is thought looking for the end of thoughts, using thoughts. It cannot work, it's impossible. Not because you're doing it wrong, but not because you need a better teacher or a longer retreat. It cannot work because the entire operation, start to finish, is the me thought trying to secure its own transcendence, which only ever produces a more advanced, more subtle, more exhausted version of the same me. That's why so many long-term practitioners are quietly and privately exhausted, tensed, frustrated in the body in ways they can't quite name. Because on the paper, they've done everything right. They've done the practices, they've understood the teachings, and still that low hum of separation, of not quite arriving persists. Sometimes it gets worse because now there is an added weight of a me I should have gotten this by now. I'm not telling you to take something away and leave you with nothing. No. I'm telling you this because the exhaustion you feel is information. It is the body telling you quite precisely that effort was never the way in. So, if it's not effort, not technique, not more understanding, then what is it? It's simple enough that the mind or thoughts will almost certainly dismiss it as too simple, and that's fine. Who gives a fuck anyways? Non-duality, the seeing that there was never actually a separate me apart from life, that what's here has always been this whole, undivided, is not a conclusion you arrive at through thoughts, through thinking. It can only be glimpsed in the absence of thoughts. Not the suppression of thoughts, not fighting thoughts, just the natural gap that is already there. That thought itself keeps racing past, because it's so busy defending the character of me. And here is the part I want to underline, because it's the whole crux of tonight. The absence of thoughts. The absence of thoughts is not exotic. It's not a rare, hard, worn state reserved for the dedicated few after decades of practice. Absolutely not. It's the natural state of the human body underneath the noise. Right now, in the gap between one thought and the next thought, before the next thought grabs and says, "This is me, this is happening to me," or "I need to understand this," there is simply this, this ungraspable and unexplainable aliveness, appearing like sound, sensation. You can call it awareness, but with no one standing behind it claiming ownership. No commentary. No one saying things about it, because saying things about it is thoughts. And in that gap, thought hasn't arrived yet. That gap is not something you produce. You can't practice your way into it as an achievement, because the you doing the practices or the practicing is the very thought structure that, and that gap is the absence of that thought, of any thought. And it can be seen right now, not understood, but seen, lived. And when that happens, that seeing, that living, even for a half of a second, something remarkable is noticed. There was no one there. No me experiencing the absence of thoughts. Just the absence. Just this. That peace, that silence that was never manufactured, never earned, never the product of years of work. Because it was never missing. It was only ever obscured by the constant, urgent activity of a thought insisting, I need to find it. I want to do something with you right now live. Let's play a little. Not as a technique, but just as a direct experience if you want. Stop trying to understand what I'm about to say. Just notice. Notice that right now, thoughts are arising about, I don't know, what I'm saying. Maybe agreement, maybe resistance. Maybe a thought comes and says, I don't get it. It's all fine. Just notice they are happening. Not that there is something wrong, maybe just as an apparent movement. Now, without trying to stop the thoughts, see if you can find the one who is thinking them. Not as a thought about the thinker. The actual thinker. Look. Where is it? I mean, notice what happens when you look directly for that one, for that me, for the I. There is a kind of, I don't know, Nothing found. A gap. For some, uncomfortable. Maybe strangely quietness. That gap right there is not a failure to find yourself. That is what's actually here when the thought I am isn't currently running. No one home. And yet, obviously, still this. You can call it awareness. But the main thing is, nothing is missing. It's already full and complete. That's it. That's the whole fucking thing. Not a state to hold on to, not an achievement to repeat on command, just something that was seen once, clearly, that no one is actually required for life to be happening. And that the tension of the seeking was never solving a real problem, because the one who had the problem was never really there to begin with. I'm not going to wrap this up with a neat conclusion, because that would just be more thought pretending to close the loop on something thought was never able to open in the first place. What I will say, though, is this. What happened just now, in that silence, that direct seeing of no one being whole, that's not a rare event. It's available constantly underneath or before the me thought. Most people just never have it pointed out directly enough, clearly enough, for long enough to actually see it stick. That's the only thing I do. I'm not teaching you a practice. I'm not giving you a belief system to replace the old one. I sit with people live in one-on-one sessions, and I keep pointing directly, simply, without understanding, without words, without exemplifying this, the absence of thoughts, the natural resting states underneath all the effort, the place where the me isn't currently running the show. Because in my so-called story, in my own life, that's the only spot I've ever seen suffering actually dissolving. Not managed, not understood, dissolving. Because the one who was suffering, in this case, was seen clearly to not be who it claimed to be. Well, if something in you recognized what happened in that silence a few minutes ago, even a flicker, even if your mind is already racing to explain it away, that's worth paying attention to. And if it's felt in that body, there is a way to reach me directly, to sit with me live, one-on-one, when we do what we just did here, except with a time and space for it to actually land for you, personally, in your body, not just an idea in your head. No practice to master, no years required, just direct pointing back to what's already here.
Asta
The
însă e o
moment
prostie,
thought
neadmisă în
steps
futărie,
aside.
fiindcă pe acest pământ fel de piste sunt și nu cape amăgire, că ai mare deosebire. Poți confuzia să o faci, doar că toate sunt recraci, dar ca flot și adâncime, lindic, miros și grasime, buze, totul-i diferit și le împar până la sfârșit.
That's it, and that's all. I just love this guitar. We'll see if there are any questions. Maybe some answers will appear. I'll take the comments in a few minutes.
Pizda-i blană de samur, așezată lângă cur, ce servește drept căciula pentru prea cinstită pula.
Okay, I'm looking at my right side to my laptop. I see we have some more, a lot of comments. Yeah.
Așezată lângă cur, ce servește drept căciulă pentru prea cinstită pula.
Good night, nobody is writing this. Yes, writing is happening. Cuijotesco. John Connor says, why should I take advice from a man who has injected chemicals underneath his skin throughout his body? Doesn't seem very wise to me. Well, my friend, who the fuck told you this life is about giving advices? I hope you already left this chat. John Connor. This is not about advices. Chad is telling the nice way, then leave. Mind your own business, says Chad. It's Cap Boy. You sound Romanian. Well, apparently this body is born in Romania. Yes. It's Chapoy. Dude is rigging of a ChatGPT script. Well, my friend, my John, you should know that even ChatGPT can't talk about this ungraspable aliveness as being no one. And after all, ChatGPT is fucked already. There are many other AI tools much more superior. Okay, John Connor is arguing with another guys here on our chat. How do you think he got all those rings? Yeah, that's what's keeping my beer belly in. Well, John, you still here, my friend?
Asta însă e o prostie, neadmis în futarie, fiindcă pe acest
John is saying that this life is boring, but he's still here. Can you see the stupidity of a human being? He's saying this is boring, but he's still here typing. Well, my friend John, you shithead, it's easier to exit this life. Yes, it's much easier than typing something that no one gives a fuck about. Just fuck off. It's much simpler, a lot simpler. Sergio, hello Sergio, how are you, my friend? Hi Chris. Science says that no object in this universe can be completely isolated. If it cannot be isolated, how can it be known? Is knowledge itself an impossibility? Yes. Knowledge implies a knower. And the knower, it's defined by being separate. There is nothing separate. There are no two. There is only this. Let's call it oneness if you want. This ungraspable aliveness. Being, unlimited, unbounded freedom. There is only this, my friend, not two. Knowledge implies two, which is a dream. And in most of the cases, is a dream of suffering. Same is with words. Chad replies to Sergio, same is with words. They are all made up. So one is created and opposite must be made up. It must be relative to something else. If we create a world called good, there must be a bad. Apparently so, Chad. But like I said, thoughts and words are already illusions, nothing real. So an illusion cannot create something else but an illusion. Illusion means already not existing. It's only an appearance, my friend. Nothing good and nothing bad. Yeah. Exactly, Chad, but both are made up, man-made constructs. Timur says, do you have any wisdom to share on how to still the mind or how to keep it in stillness rather than to get swept away by hypnotizing effect of thoughts that we so identify with? There is no wisdom, my friend. There is nothing about knowing. There is not about know-how. No. It's a direct seeing. That's why I work with people in one-on-ones. Exactly for that. To show directly how easy and simple it is to quiet that noise, that constant noise. Yes, this is what I'm pleading for. The absence of thoughts, which is the natural state of a human body. That mental noise might be normal, but is not natural. It's a big difference. And that hypnotizing effect of thoughts will not happen anymore. But we have to do a one-on-one session for me to show you that. I have to see you. It's not possible here on YouTube with so many people around it. It's absolutely impossible. And it's not something new, my friend. It's something that body already knows. It lived like that in childhood, when it was 6 months or 8 months old, I don't know, 1 year old, without thoughts. Before the thought I appeared, at the age of 1 year and a half or 2 years. Before that, there was just life happening as a body growing. That's all. There was no separation, no me, no mine, no others. Just what appeared to be happening. No separation. Hey, Cheese, how are you, my darling? Alina says the thoughts here are saying that the song is challenging indeed. Yeah, it might be. But as you see, Alina, for most of the people present on this live chat, that song doesn't mean anything. If it means something only for you, that's bullshit. That's not reality. That's something that you never should pay attention to it. If something is real, everybody can feel it. Everybody can be afraid of. Everybody can be triggered off. If it's something that happens only to you, that's the illusion. That's the fuck up story. You keep it alive. Just because you understand the lyrics and no one else is, it makes it your only problem. Just as this life is about understanding. Chinese is saying, Chris, you sound like you need a big pot of homemade chicken soup. You sound like you have a cold. Yes, I do. I mean, it's not like shit will not happen. Yeah, I'm cold as fuck. My nose is clogged up. I have a cough. I have some fever right now. But being no one here to resist or to wish for things to be different, this is what it is. It is seen as all there is. Absolutely complete. Even with a headache, even with an impossibility to breathe through my nose, even with some fever and coughing, this is all there is. And it's already perfect. No one here to desire anything else. That's it. The body having a shitty state. Chinese says just embracing what is, and not even that. Even if you embrace or not, it's still what is. What is doesn't give a fuck if you embrace it or not, because you are the illusion, are a illusion. And life, aliveness, let's call it the ultimate truth, doesn't give a fuck about the illusions, the persons, the me. This body slept with the AC on. It never does that. I was in a place where it was very hot, and I slept with the AC on. In my house, I'm never using the AC. I'm just taking cold shower from time to time to cool this body. Being away, being very hot, I slept with the AC on, and this happened. So, who gives a fuck? What's the use of knowing why this cold is present? Nothing. Knowing is bullshit. It doesn't help. This body drinking a hot tea or chicken soup, like Cheese said, might bring, I don't know, a better state in it. No use of saying, I know why I got this cold. Absolutely no use to go into the past. And it's the same with the future. Everything happens in this. And I don't even feel to call it now, because there is no now. A body being cold. That's all there is. No one looking for answers. No one looking to get better. Just this. Nobody, no one says the space which is already here is alive. It's awake. It's open. It's peaceful. It's joyful. There is no one in the space, just this endless space. Or if you want, very nice. That's very nice. Nobody, no one. Very nice. Yes, it sounds so nice. But I would say the spaceless space in which everything can happen, being without borders and without condition, unlimited and unbounded. It's also sadness. It's also pain. It's also not peaceful. War, hate, violence, murder, crime, rape. Yeah, this is what the me or the mind, the separate self, is refusing, is strongly rejecting, not seeing, not living the ultimate truth, that everything and anything can happen. That's why it's called unlimited and unbounded freedom, my friend, or unlimited, unbounded space. Yes, space is neutral. It doesn't judge, it doesn't resist, it doesn't stop anything to happen. It's not only about joy, it's not only about peace, it's not only about being awake, alive, or whatever. A body can die, a body can be raped, a body can be beaten, abused, tortured. I know it sounds pretty nasty, but that's the fucking truth. Because without a thought in your head, I mean, no thoughts in the head, like in the deep sleep, nothing is happening. Whatever would happen in front of your eyes, if the thoughts were completely absent, nothing is good and nothing is bad. Even if a murder takes place, there is no difference. This is all there is in whatever seems to be happening. Yeah. Narendra silence intelligence. Alina is saying, well, I may die without seeing the truth. I am just tired of everything. Well, Alina, all that I can say is have a good death. There are people who are saying this over a decade. I may die, well, I'm dying, I'm just tired. My darling, when the saturation comes, when the body really has enough about it, it doesn't give a fuck about what others says. It doesn't give a fuck about if it's recorded on a phone or not. You're not tired. We'll talk about the same shit in 20 years. You will still be here. Don't worry. I've seen your death. You're not gonna die, sadly, for you. You are just dreaming of being tired. You're not tired. If you were, you wouldn't give a fuck about anything else than peace, than silence. And apparently, like you told me, you have an identity to defend. That's fucking that body real bad. Your fucking identity, which is built on thought, which is built on fear, my darling. And the fear keeps the cortisol and adrenaline up. That's the shutdown of your immunitary system. That's why the body is getting sick, because the fear, it's always present. Being afraid of different things, reacting to triggers, imaginary triggers. Like I said, my darling, you have to see this. If you are in a group where something is happening and you are the single one having a problem with it, my darling, I honestly say to you, you have the problem. You are the problem. If the others can't feel that, it's an illusion. You are taking the illusion as being reality, and you're fucked. Just as simple as that. What are all the traps that create separation? It seems like there are many. User Martin says hello. Chen says good morning and night. Yeah. Oh my God, it's 1 a.m. in here. The reality is time is not existing. It seemed like just went 1 hour, it seemed like 5 minutes here. It's incredible. What are all the traps that create separation? It seems like there are many. It only seems there are many. It's just only one. And it's not even real. It's an appearance. And that is thought. Thinking is the trap. Thinking implies labeling. This is happening to me. Or this is wrong, or this is good, this is bad, this is not okay. Thinking, understanding, and the need for understanding. It's also thinking. Just like I've said in the introduction of this live session tonight. If you didn't see it, I'll end the live now and you'll be able to see it recorded. I've just talked about what you've just asked. Nobody, no one says, yes, of course, a lot of shit happens, brother, but you know, without words is just very spacious. Most of the time, living without words is very blissful. Yes, exactly. Yes, totally. If there are no words, if there are no thoughts, which is the natural state of the human body, nothing is happening. I mean, not something good or something wrong. Nothing is happening. And that's blissful, yes. Even when, I don't know, the body has a pain. Like I have a fucking headache right now. I have some fever. Like I have my nose blocked. I'm in a cold, fucked up situation. As you see, yeah, shit happens. But when shit happens, shit is seen as being all there is, as being this complete aliveness. No need, no wish, no seeking for something else. It's all there is. Nothingness appearing as a cold. The body, of course, the natural calling of the body is to take some medicine, to make a cold or an ice bath, something to get rid of this fucked up state of the cold. Yeah, it may or it may not. You see? Oh, no. You see, Alina, you're not gonna die. I feel like I'm gonna die. I had to blow this nose. Thank you, Rachel. This is the beauty of life, the beauty of being called. Some people are sitting in the bed, going to hospitals, making this a drama, turning into suffering. But that's only a cold. That's only a headache. It's only fever, only sneezing. Woo! Get well, brother. Well, I'm just saying, no one, my friend, my brother, there is nothing wrong with it. I cannot get well because even if it seems to be bad, it's not. It's just what is, undescribable what is. This body did lots of coke in the past. I know how stuffy nose is. Yes, apparently we have the same history. I've been in that zone too, a lot in my youth age. Yeah, kicking gas, sniffing stuff, drinking, everything. Thank you, Timur. Yeah, it is what it is. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure to spend another Sunday summer night, a beautiful summer night, even though this body got a real severe or a bad cold. It was a pleasure being here with you, having some fun, talking nonsense, nothing meant to be a teaching or an advice, just nonsense, just another story about what appears to be this, as I like to call it, ungraspable aliveness. And no words can express it. No understanding can reach it. No one can have it. That's it. And that's all. See you next week, same time, same hour, same place. No place, no time, no hour. Have a good one. Thank you for being here with me again. It really was a pleasure. A cold pleasure. See ya, guys.